All right, so welcome to MILF Ministry. I usually let my guests introduce themselves. Today we have Ces Hardy. So I would like for you to tell people whatever you want them to know about yourself, a brief intro, and then we'll get into some topics.
Got it. Hello, my name is Ces Hardy. I'm a filmmaker, entrepreneur, father, LA native, dreamer, hard worker.
Well connected.
Well, I'm the plug.
You are, literally.
Yeah, I'm the plug. So,
and I'm Ayodele, the host of MILF Ministry, known as the motivational MILF, the professional alchemist, and I think you were one of the first people I met when I moved out here.
Really? So you started off well.
I did.
First person.
I moved to Los Angeles in 2015. I think you were connected to one of my girlfriend's friends, Mike Johns,
yes.
maybe?
Yep, Mike Johns. Yeah,
okay.
Definitely.
Did you do events with him, or do you remember you being connected? Or?
Yeah, well, Mike Johns is my fraternity brother.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Family. Besides my fraternity brother, my family.
Okay.
He connected me with you, and the rest is history. And I'm here on MILF Ministry.
Right. So, man, it's so much that we can talk about. But first, let's just talk about being humans before we get into like business. So, I feel like one of the first things I remembered about you was that you were just a kind person and a resourceful person. Those are like the two things that come to mind. You were probably working on a set because professionally you're a location manager.
Yes.
But producer, director, all these other things.
Wash dishes.
Right. Okay. And so I just remember you being like, "Yeah, pull up." I think I was staying in Altadena. You were like, "Oh, I'm filming in Altadena today. Pull up and let's meet in person." Yeah. It was a fire view.
Yes, that was a nice house.
That was a nice house. For an Amazon show, I think, or something called Hand of God.
Yes, Hand of God. That was a great show.
It was.
A black writer, producer, Ben Watkins was his name.
Oh, and what? Because I just remember that there were lots of black writers on that show, lots of black producers on that show.
Oh man, that was awesome.
Because I was on set another day, and the guy that was directing that day, you said you used to work with Spike Lee, or was the AD for Spike Lee? Yeah. He was director that day.
Yep.
And pretty much anytime I'm on set with you, I feel like when I was on was it Black Jesus set? There was a black female director. I don't remember. Was it Tanya? But she's done work with like Ava DuVernay and directed a lot of projects. But yeah, because you've done so much work.
Forgive me. As soon as I get in the car, I'm like,
Well, what I will say is that like I try to surround myself with just genuine people. It doesn't matter what you do. And you've always been like focused on humanity, asking about my child, inviting me to stuff, even if I don't know people. Your mom is super dope. I need to have her on the podcast.
Oh yeah, you have some content.
Oh, listen. You come from, first of all, your grandma, right? But like you come from like a superior stock of like intellectual, businesswoman, personality, kind heart. Like she's just an amazing woman. So man, and then you have a daughter who I'm sure is going to just follow the blueprint and just become another amazing, phenomenal person.
I'm praying for it every day.
But yeah, I just remember like you just being genuinely kind and just moving through life the way I can recall people in my family move. And when I moved to LA, this was the first time in my life where I didn't know anybody. Like it was crazy. I came here with a suitcase. Like everybody has that story. Didn't tell people I was moving because I didn't know if I was gonna stay.
Right. And I'm proud of you. You're still here.
I'm still here.
Man, you gotta have some tough skin and know some people if you want to stay around here.
And figure it out. But I feel like when you start the train or you get the ball rolling, the universe will just kind of send people your way. And so I definitely feel like you're one of those people that's a connector. The house that we're filming in today, I'm in because of you. I was struggling to find somewhere to live. I explained my situation to you. I was like, I need a black person that understands me, that could help me get it done because I'm trying to do it by myself and I can't figure it out. And I need a professional. I need a realtor. I need someone that knows LA, knows the city.
I know a guy.
Listen,
I know
a great guy, a lady.
Yeah, I know a lady.
And she hooked it up and she got it done like Black women do.
Yeah.
And me and my daughter have been here safe in this house. And so thank you publicly.
Yes. Hey, you're welcome. I live for it. You know, I can't take it with me.
You can't.
I can't take it with me.
And in Jamaica, we say good friends are better than pocket money. And that was true because this was a scenario where I had money to move, but I literally could not get anywhere.
Right.
I needed somebody that knew somebody that knew some. Thank you.
Yeah.
That was going to help me figure out how to get it done. So
can we shout out the realtors? Can we shout out?
Yeah.
Dominique Brown, correct?
I don't even remember her last name because we just went straight to first name.
My sorority sister, Dominique Brown. I hope I'm not messing up your last name, but just look at my phone. Huh?
Right. My phone is off. Shout out to her. Like she literally saved me and my daughter's life. I gave her the requirements. And when I tell you that this house has features that I've always wanted that I didn't even think about looking for because I was at such a low place in terms of just like, I need to find somewhere.
It's nice.
And my mom was like, get somewhere where you can be close to your child's school and where you can actually film content so that you can do what you need to do. Mm-hmm. She was like, it is time for you to do what you need to do. Mm-hmm. So once again, sincere thanks for helping me get here. Because as we say in Jamaica, once again, good friends are better than pocket money. Like sometimes you need humans that understand what's going on and can get things moving. Yeah. So
let's bring humans back. Let's bring the humans back.
Right.
It's time.
It is.
Bring the humans back.
It is.
You know,
we've never worked on a project together, but
soon come.
Yeah.
Soon come.
Overdue.
I'm ready. I need you to represent me.
I know. I don't even see.
I was a lawyer.
I'm a lawyer. I know.
Help me get some money. Let's get some money.
I'm literally so now. There's 800 things we can talk about.
Help the plug get some money.
Right. I remember I told you I was producing.
Yeah.
And I introduced you to the lady that was doing a film. We ended up doing a different film because that was a feature.
The Haitian.
Yes, the Haitian lady. So she's also one of the first people that I knew when I came out here. She was working on a project with some people from the old network, Black and Sexy TV, a phenomenal network, phenomenal talent that came through there, writers, actors, everybody. Lena Waithe was there. Issa Rae was there. I don't remember if Ben Corey Jones was there, but he used to do a writer's room with Lena. And so that's how I met him. And he was writing on the Hand of God show.
Yes.
The episode that I was there for was, I think, an episode he wrote. I don't. I mean, I have an email and a phone number, but like, it was from 10 years ago. I don't know. Exactly. We do. And Janine Daniels, she wrote, I think, like That Guy or something on Black and Sexy, and she's gone on to write for Snowfall and P Valley. So the network literally, and Numa Perry, I hope I'm not messing up your name. I'll just say Numa because I can pronounce that. She was like one of the main founders. It was like Dennis, Numa, Janine, and some other guy. But yeah, they had this really dope network doing content on YouTube. And so when I came to LA, I obviously was introduced to you from my friend, and I just was like, let me just get out here and start meeting people. But trying to pay your bills in LA can be a little bit of a challenge. And then I think COVID, on top of that, COVID happened like 5 years into me being in LA.
Man, you need about 5 jobs. But hey,
literally,
you're Jamaican. And you gotta be used to that, you know. I'm Black American, but I have Jamaican spirit. I have 5 jobs, Mom.
Right, for sure. One thing about you be like, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but I'm still down to do that. So in terms of representation, my initial thing was to come to LA to be an entertainment lawyer. I had no dreams of interviewing, being a podcaster, nothing like that. But once I got divorced, and just started talking to people about my emotions and my feelings and my views and perspectives, people were like, you should do a podcast. And initially it was a real podcast, audio only, no video. But during COVID, the world changed and I had to get basically over it and get in front of the camera. Because I was just like, this is what everyone's doing. I don't want to do this.
This is my first time being on camera.
Thank you so much.
Like, I don't know. Just line up? I don't know.
But no. Let's not even listen. Not in these times. But yeah, you said it.
I don't know.
You ain't got no college footage floating out there. Ain't no party footage.
I used to be behind the camera.
Right.
Like in front of the camera, I don't know, but I showed up.
I appreciate you so much. That's literally everyone in my Rolodex is like, I don't know what we're going to talk about, but I'll pull up. But I'm like, it doesn't matter. We're just most of my favorite podcasts, people are just sitting around talking about life and their perspective on life. So that's what we're going to do today. And whatever footage we get from it is whatever we get. And that's how it'll be. So in terms of when I first got here, I was gung-ho on like doing entertainment law, being an entertainment lawyer. But somehow, somewhere, the producer bug bit me. And I was like, okay, I think I want to get into production. But as most people, we don't know what that really means.
Right.
Producing can mean lots of things. You can produce money, you can produce talent, you can produce clout and awareness and eyeballs to the project. It can just mean so many things.
Look at the credits at the next movie.
Right.
Like 80 producers.
Literally. And anybody, like some people just name alone. Like Brad Pitt is a producer where literally he could just slap his name. That's going to get you in the door. He didn't have to do anything besides slap his name.
Right. He ain't got to do nothing.
Nothing.
Just put your name
Put your name, okay? Looking forward to being that one day.
Right,
Looking forward to being that, legitimate, so to speak, or having that level of notoriety of like your name is associated with value. But I think ultimately, a good part about coming to LA is that you have to kind of break out of whatever shell, especially if you're not a native, which is, I find I have so many LA native friends.
And I want to pick your brain. I'm going to interview you.
Come on.
You're out of town, right?
I am.
And where you from?
I was born in Jamaica, raised in Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville. Yes. I drove through Nashville once or twice. I'll tell you about that later.
Okay.
So you being from Nashville via Jamaica, what is your first thoughts of LA?
Fake, superficial. I lived in Atlanta for 2 years, funny enough. And Atlanta's way more Hollywood than LA. Fight your mama, argue with your mama. Atlanta, everybody is a celebrity. People's siblings are celebrities. Like it's a mess in terms of like that celebrity, whatever culture. So yeah, I had worse expectations because I had already lived in Atlanta, and I'm like, okay, so if Atlanta's this, LA's gonna be this on crack in terms of just like everyone's gonna be. There's a popular TikTok now that's like, hi, how you doing? Can you help me with my career? Oh, okay, no, all right, goodbye. And like, so that's what that was my vision of like what it was gonna be like out here, of just like everyone cutthroat and can you help with my career? And if not, goodbye. Like that was my understanding of what it was gonna be.
Okay, so what changed from that initial thought to now?
So what changed is before I moved to LA, I met Martine. And Martine, like I said, was connected with the Black and Sexy Network people. And we were actually supposed to be working on a project together.
That sounds like a project I need to be associated with.
It would. Unfortunately, the filmmaker passed away.
Oh, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace to her. She was a Haitian filmmaker. And Martine is Haitian, Noon is Haitian, and the lady that passed away, Rachel, God rest her soul, she was Haitian as well.
Rest in peace.
And so I had met Rachel because I was doing film screenings in Miami. We did Christian Key's independent project called Note to Self. We did Ava DuVernay's second film, Middle of Nowhere.
Okay.
So I was down there. Like I said, I left Atlanta, became a mother, And like maybe when my child was like 2 years old, I started going to the American Black Film Festival. And while I had a good time, one good thing I do love about Atlanta is that no matter what level you are at, you can have access to education and you can have access to people that will share knowledge. You just got to pick them out of all the fake stuff. So there was always some kind of panel. There was always some kind of how to be famous showcase, always some kind of whatever going on. So, oh, sorry.
I thought I put that on.
No worries. Yeah, I can cut or edit or leave it. But yeah, there was always some kind of panel, networking, whatever going on. So it was always easy to like navigate my way and find people. I don't find that much here in LA. I find like if you know someone, like how I know you and something's going on, you will tell me about it. Right. But it's not like you could just hop online and it's like, at Lamarck Park, you know, we're gonna have this producer and this writer and this person come out. You know, at Lamarck Park, like when I was telling you, Ben Corey Jones and Lena Waithe, we're doing like a table read, weekly, monthly, whatever. And new writers could go up to the Sony studio lot, a legitimate place, and talk about the scripts that they were working on. And I was able to join something like that. Right. But I was only able to do that because I followed them on social media and got that invite. It's not like they were spending money to advertise that it was going on. Right. Or that Sony Studios was spending money to say, hey, we have some Black writers here. You guys should come. It wasn't like that. You just literally had to be in the know. Right. In Atlanta, it was a little different in terms of like everyone was always promoting, you know, stuff like that. So
yeah, you know what? I'm a native, so I travel all over America, out of the country. So it's just I like to hear
how we view.
Yeah, because I'm biased.
Well, and here's the funny thing: the first time I came to LA, I kid you not, we didn't even drive on Crenshaw.
No,
you don't want to laugh at me?
No.
We didn't drive on Crenshaw because of Boys in the Hood.
No, it's all right. Hey, LA's dangerous. It's fun.
It is, but it's like literally not that serious. And I lived on Crenshaw for years.
I know.
But we literally did not even drive on Crenshaw because we were just like, we don't want no smoke.
Hey, better safe than sorry.
But for real, better safe than sorry. But yeah, it's just funny to be as Black as I am and be scared to be on Crenshaw.
You know what?
How I'm there all the time now.
I know. Hey, we love it. I'm glad you embraced, Lamarck Park and the last Black communities.
And they are fighting for their life. They didn't let Nipsey's people buy the plaza. Remember they had put some money behind it to buy that plaza.
Yeah, I don't know all the ins and outs, but wow.
They were trying to make it Black owned, the Baldwin Hills Mall.
Right.
And they fought them tooth and nail.
Yeah, he did get it. Someone
else came along and got it. And the reason why that's so impactful is because there's been a lot of construction. A lot of gentrification numbers popping up. Yep. And it's been happening literally the whole time I've been here. And it's only going to get worse as the next 4 years progress. But I just had to put that joke out there that I was scared to get on Crenshaw. So that's my perception of LA as an outsider.
You know what? And I'm glad you are here. LA is dangerous.
It is.
As a native, I'd rather you guys give us respect. You see the palm trees. You see IG this. LA's dangerous as a motherfucker.
It is.
For real. Look how many body counts. Look how many bodies. Come on. From Biggie to the dude that's gotten shot in Roscoe's. So how many people?
Yeah.
Like, for real. We got bodies here.
Yeah. Literally. Yeah, for real. For real. So I feel like the one thing that Atlanta taught me was that everyone in Atlanta was going to New York or LA to get their money.
Yep.
So DTP was there, Grand Hustle Records was there, Jeezy had, I forgot the name of his label, CMG something. Yeah. They were all, even Tyler Perry, before he built his studio, was coming to LA to get a check to help fund his major theatrical releases. And so
I wish I could figure that out.
I was told to come here. I was like, if you really want to be in entertainment, be a power broker, so to speak, you need to be here. But One thing that was funny, and I don't want to sound mean. So I told you I screened some films, right? Some of the people that were attached to those screenings when I came to LA, I automatically assumed, because I could reach them in Miami when they needed my help.
Right.
That when I came to LA,
what? Huh? What you talking about? Pickable?
It wouldn't even know who what. Like I would be lucky if I got one phone call through, and then that would be the only phone call you got through, or the only email. Like, oh, you're moving to LA, congrats. No answer to the let's meet or let's connect. Yeah. So I dealt with a little bit of that Hollywood, a little bit. Yeah. But fortunately, most of it was people like you, like people that were like actually working in the business, actually, you know, carving out lanes for themselves, but they get it. Like they get it. So it's like no one's gonna bullshit you. If you tell me to pull up here, you are going to be here. If you cannot make it, you'll tell me you can't make it. So for the most part, most of the people that I'm connected to, that's how we operate. But yeah, that was kind of funny to deal with. Yeah.
It is what it is. I've gone to elementary school with people. I've been to work on projects, and now they're big executive producers. Can't get through. So like I used to know them,
and that's wild because you've been on.
Call me.
I'll still
got some questions for you. I ain't coming empty-handed. So it's just part of it. So I respect. Yeah. I value people who answer my phone calls and call me back, and, you know, share their knowledge with me, and you know, build with me. You know?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. So,
because when you listen, I think like you've worked on some major things, but the one that sticks out to me is the one I missed when you was doing it. The Regina King was the star. And they kept changing the characters every season.
Oh, American Crime.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
American Crime.
He was the location manager for American Crime. And I don't know if I was studying for the bar. It was something going on where I was just like, ooh, I don't know, whatever days that you were telling me I could come. And I still will never forgive myself.
That was a great project. Not to rub it in. But
that was the show. The show itself was great. Phenomenal show, phenomenal writing, phenomenal acting. But Regina King,
it was great working with Regina.
Just being able, it's not even about meeting her. Just being able to see her up close and watch her act would have just been a dream. So I'm so sad I didn't get that opportunity. But
hopefully we get another chance.
Yeah, that's true. Because actually, someone that I know like works with her for real. Like when I was staying in Altadena, the person I was staying in Altadena with works with her.
Yeah.
So it's like you're usually 1 degree of separation from.
Call me
somebody. But once again, because I know how people are, I don't like to bother anybody.
Yeah, she's dope. She's down to earth. I would love to work with her. She's beautiful. She looks better to me in person than she does on camera.
I wonder if it's because you see in her aura, not just the physical, but you're able to be in that energetically.
Stunning, like the eyes, the glow.
Yeah. And on all of that, on top of that, and being kind, that's extra. Sweet. Yeah.
Westchester Comet alumni. Shout out to Westchester.
Oh, you was Westchester? Okay, cool. I was trying to send my daughter to there's a charter over there. I cannot think of the name. It's probably a new one, but yeah. I was trying to send her in that area. She was like, "No, thanks." She loves her school.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was trying to ask you because we done talked, but you were asking me about LA people, LA natives,
because I get it all the time, like, especially just the stereotypes. But there's real families here,
absolutely,
real people here, regular hustlers, so it's not all Hollywood, and I'm definitely anchored here. Virgie, shout out to Virgie Huddleston, on a salon on 4900 Crenshaw for the last 70 years. So,
amazing.
Yeah.
Piece of Black LA history.
Come on down, get your hair did.
The shop is back open?
It's open.
Oh, awesome. Okay, I didn't know it was back open. Okay.
It's open. Come on down. So, I just been here. But I traveled, and I'm always want to come back to LA. Even though I love Miami, I can't get back to Miami. But can I live in Miami? I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know if I can live there. I like to visit.
I think LA is one of those cities where it's like everyone, especially when things are tough or whatever, people are like, why are you still there? And it's just like, because for what I want to do, I will be able to touch whoever I want to touch. Most people that are in entertainment are going to come to LA once a year. It just is what it is. So whether you need to set up an interview, build a connection, whatever you need to do, if I keep doing what I'm doing, I'm going to be able to cross paths. Even though production is moving outside of the city.
I was just about to bring that up. Vegas is popping up on the radar now. But right now it's so dry in LA. Like my phone is dry like toast.
That's what I'm
right like toast. Yeah. I worked on a great show last year called Running Point on Netflix.
Oh, yeah. One of my comedian partners was on that show.
Okay.
Bilal Young. I don't think he spoke that much on the show. He was one of the basketball players in the show.
Yeah. You gotta point him out. I can look him up. But it was a great show. It's funny. So that was the only union show I did. That was last year.
That is ridiculous because you stayed booked and busy. And so did the strike change that for you, or like what changed?
I mean, the strike was terrible. Pandemic was terrible.
The pandemic.
So I could never get my footing, you know. Like we coming out of the pandemic and then I worked one union show. So and then the rest of them got my 5 jobs, mom. You know?
But even worse than that, I feel like, has it been since 2007, 2008? Like the episodes are shorter. Like I forgot, like you forget that shows used to have 20 plus episodes.
Yeah.
You get 8. Some you get 6. You get 10.
That 3-part series.
What do you mean 3-part series? Like
it was a special. This one show. My memory's gone. It was a main black actor. It was like 3 episodes, 4 episodes like that. And he was a writer, and he got framed. I gotta look it up, like Relentless or.
Okay, yeah, I don't know, because I was thinking about Luther, the UK show, because they love to do like a 4 episode. That's all you get for the year show.
Yeah, but hey, I'm ready to do my own thing anyway.
Yeah,
get my own independent things complete. So
let's come up to date. So like currently, let's see. Currently, I'm trying to remember when I saw you at the comedy club, because I don't even think I was working in comedy for real yet. I saw you at the comedy club one random night. I was out with one of my girlfriends.
You invited me to an event you were doing.
No, that's when I was already producing the show.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about before that, like one of your friends, because once again, he knows everybody. One of your friends, it was his birthday maybe, and he was, is it Howie?
Yes, Howie Bell. Yes.
Thank you. Yes. Super funny, super kind. I always love
Howie Bell, a Scorpio like you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Howie Bell's a man. Look him up.
And listen, he's a man of my own heart because it was his birthday, but he was feeding us and doing shots. He know how to party.
Hey, Howie Bell get it.
He's listening, and he's just a good time. So he did chocolate sundaes, which is one of my favorite places to be. I'll say it until I can't say it no more. And I think
it's all coming back.
I saw you with Slink, or because I know you and Slink know each other from Black Jesus, but
Slink.
I don't remember what I saw, but you were like, "Hey, club, we finna go to the after party," and it was actually legends in the building. I feel like Guy Torrey or Joe Torrey was there. Like
too.
Some people maybe either know him or were there after the show. Yeah. So it was a big show, but also like the after part. People had pulled up to kind of hang out.
Yeah, it's coming back. It's foggy, but it's coming back.
But I guess the funny thing about it is, I say this all the time, that chocolate sundaes is one of my favorite things to do. But even up to that point, like seeing you there, seeing you with Sling, seeing you with Howie, I still wasn't like, let me work in comedy, let me produce a comedy show. I was just still like, I'm a fan of comedy. This is what I do to hang out, so I'm just there to hang out. It wasn't until I met the host that I was producing the show with that I was just like, you know what? I think I can help. Do the same way that I'm thinking of like producing content. I can help produce this show. I'm like, I'm having a good time. You're very talented. The comedians are funny. And I think I can help bring people in and you know, set up the Instagram, set up the website, just do stuff to like get some motion going. And you already have someone booking the comedians because like I don't know really anybody out here like that. And so Bilal, actually the same one that was on the show you worked on, he was booking all of the comedians. And so that was the first time I'm like, oh, I can, like, the way I love music is the same way I love comedy, but I can work and kind of do both. And so my idea of producing expanded outside of content, and now I've just been way more focused on like actually doing live events, like doing a live music show or doing a live podcast taping or doing a live comedy show, and less on content, although I do have something to talk to you about. After.
I'm ready to work.
Yes, I do have something to talk to you about. And I do need to know what you're working on, but once again, we'll talk about it after.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I have been forced into entrepreneurship and without going down too many rabbit holes, because I say this all the time. Do you also feel that way based on the contraction of the economy and the just less opportunities?
Hey, shout out to Julio, shout out to Palmer. I literally learned from those two men how to mix concrete. College educated. I, mostly use my brain. I'm not scared of hard work, but I had to go dig a ditch and okay, how many scoops? I'm like, I can't shovel. Like they shoveling like precision. I'm all over the place. I can't even shovel. I gotta learn how to shovel. So I had to do all kinds of stuff. So yeah.
And that's tough to hear because I just, in some of the groups that you've added me on Facebook, like I literally see people like, is anybody doing anything? Like, I haven't had work in 6 months, or I haven't done this in 6 months. And people be like, I'm driving Uber, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And there's so much money being made, whether it's in music or in film or in comedy, but it's not getting to the people that actually make the content.
Yeah.
What do you see that has changed in terms of like, that's why I was asking you, COVID, the strike. COVID messed my money up. I'm still mad about that.
It was just back to back. I don't know. Okay, to today, I feel like how situations are push me personally to be an entrepreneur more. I'm already an entrepreneur, but more, get in my bag more. Like, okay, wait a minute. Let me literally take these lemons life is giving me and make lemonade. And I'm going to start a lemonade company, literally. So it's just been crazy. This, dealing with partnering up with my cousin to do a barbecue company, the lemonade, the digging holes for Walter, my guy. Shout out to Walter. To just different things, just learning. So, but I'm glad because maybe it's that push I needed. Instead of trying to look for the studio. I'm trying to get made. Look at me. I'll make myself. I'm the plug, so let me plug myself up. So,
and you're definitely capable of putting together a whole production.
Yeah, I can do it.
You worked as a location manager, so you know all the venues. Yeah, you have good rapport with so many people, so your budget can be minuscule.
Yeah,
and you can still get it done. You can be on the ultra low budget.
Yeah, I can do it.
And still get some great quality.
Yeah, my phone is ringing. I'm just praying on the monetary part of it. Actually hit my how they say don't tell me, Zell me.
I've never heard that.
Don't tell me, Zell me, baby.
Don't tell me, Zell me. That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Shout out to my boy Pogo out there in Ohio.
Okay.
Don't tell me, Zell me. Yeah.
So I want to ask you, have you ever worked with any so now there's like a whole new wave of content creators that are putting content either directly to TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook, like Country Wayne, or YouTube. Do you ever work with anybody? Like the biggest one I can think of is someone like a Big John. He has over 1 million followers. Oh, that's your friend.
I want to work.
You know everybody.
I want to work with Big John. Big John.
Right. Alrighty. Put me in, coach.
Put me in, coach. I'm the plug. I'm telling you.
Right.
I can bring it. No.
What you mean? You can hook it up.
No, bro,
have you ever tried to work with any? Because, like I said, you've been doing major Hollywood productions.
You know what?
For so
I'm ready.
long.
I want to be like Big John. I want to do what he's doing. He's just
running your own network.
He's his own man. Come on, be like Big John.
Okay.
Sure.
I asked because some of my other Hollywood connections, so to speak, these are the people I know in real life. But one person was telling me, she was like, I don't want to do no internet nothing. Love you, respect you, but I don't. She was like, I came here to work on feature films. I want to work on feature films, and I get that, and I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm just asking.
You know what? I'm ready. I'm hungry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting out of my way. So yes, I worked on big budget movies, TV shows, and I love it. I'm spoiled, craft service.
Oh, the craft service.
You know what I'm saying?
Baby.
And I'll show up to you.
Baby.
Go to your front door. Give me 3 doubles.
No, the craft services on the locations you worked on have been top tier. Okay?
Oh my God.
Top tier. And they ain't looking for no food. You take some home too as well.
Spoiled. Okay? Literally. Lobster, filet mignon.
They got like chefs that the Amazon shows. Oh, what? Okay, let's get my Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise is so generous.
Okay.
And Halloween, I was working on Collateral, the movie Collateral. It's all night.
We just rewatched that. Okay.
Yeah, I worked on Collateral and it was
that film.
All nice things. So I was a vampire. I'm part of vampire anyway. Night Owl. It's in my DNA. And Tom Cruise is a great gift giver, man. He had these candy apples. You needed a chainsaw to cut open.
Okay.
It was thick, juicy. I mean, this he paid for In-N-Out burgers to pull up on us out of his own pocket. You know, just spoiled, just a fat ass, just eating it all. But it was long hours though, and I learned a lot. And great director, Michael Mann. He was so thorough. He shot scenes over and over again. He wore us out.
Okay.
He wore us the fuck out. But
and it's amazing how I'll be on set with you and see something being filmed for like 3 hours and it's 30 seconds of the TV show.
Yeah, it's like
my goodness.
Right.
My goodness. Film 3 hours, different angles, different cameras, different this. So yeah.
Yeah. So I'm ready for our spoiledness. But my goal is to be an independent filmmaker or content creator and have enough budget to have that dope ass craft service, that dope catering. I want them to talk about like, oh man, on Ces Hardy's production, man, the ice cream truck pulled up. It was 105 degrees. We got milkshakes, you know, a smoothie maker.
Let me tell you something. They had fresh salmon cooking on the wooden something, smoothie maker,
everything,
omelet maker,
donut warmer,
chips, hot cocoa,
spinning.
Sandwiches, like literally whatever you wanted, whatever you need on multiple sets. So I can only imagine.
Yeah. You know what? Funny. I judged productions on their craft service and catering. So So it was low budget. I know if they pulling out a Louisiana fried chicken versus, you know, the catering truck pulling up In-N-Out. So, you know, shout out to Louisiana fried chicken. You know, I eat it all. But I've been in all productions like that, from homemade food to filet mignon. So
yeah. So you know what? Let's switch gears a little bit because you have so much knowledge, you have so much experience, and when I think about how I want to start talking to the world about music, I kind of see music and artists like family members. So a concept I'm working on is like talking about my love of music. From like, what music did my parents introduce me to? What music am I introducing to my daughter? Kind of like passing down family heirloom, so to speak. What I think has been a hindrance, so to speak, in Hollywood is that connectivity that I kind of see in Atlanta, especially in music. Like people will hop on each other's songs, or if you're in Atlanta, the radio's going to play local artists' music, stuff like that. In LA, for example, I feel like you should be connected to so many younger people just because of the knowledge that you have. Like you can teach a course on whether it's finding locations, producing, whatever. So that's part one.
Yeah.
But also, there's all these young content creators out there that are just going straight to YouTube that could have used some of your skill set. So it's kind of like a connection gap issue of like,
you know what? And it's funny you talk about that. I my phone's ringing. I got this little niche. So they need a person like me to. They don't know how to write a script or where to go, or so they have all these good ideas, and so I'm giving. So I like to give my knowledge. So maybe I could, try a little 10% or something.
For sure. Like you need to start doing that.
Yeah, see what my lawyer says.
You need to start doing that for real. Because I think one time did you bring me something? Oh my gosh, because we've had so many conversations. Yeah. Did you ever bring me something where someone was asking for 10%, but then when we looked at it, I was like, ooh, the numbers don't make sense. Like what this is worth, like say it was $1 million worth of whatever. I was like, you could hire somebody and pay them $10,000, but you're going to end up giving them $100K because you're giving them a percentage. Right. It might be better to come up with the 10K, pay them and keep. Right. That's what keep whatever. Right. So have people been saying, hey, I want to work with you and I'll just give you 10% of my YouTube revenue?
Honestly, I've just been giving this shit away and I'm tired of giving this shit away. No. But I need to definitely monetize my connections.
Yeah, and you know what? I think it's hard when you are a naturally good person because when I hop on TikTok, there's so many people like, oh, I could help you find a husband in a year, $10,000. Right. Oh, I could help you learn how to trade stock, $10,000. Right. Oh, I could whatever, and it's just like that doesn't sit well with my spirit. And there's a business executive that I really respect, Chad from he runs 85 South with Carlos, BC, and Chico. And he was just like, our people are so far behind. Like we need to be giving out as much information as we can. I give it out. You do, to be fair.
I give it out.
But also they're doing okay. So him giving out the information is not impacting him the same way it will be impacting someone like you. Where it's like, figuring out a way, okay, I'm going to help you, but yes, I do need a percentage, not because I'm trying to take advantage of you, but this is the new business model. Right. You can also pay me up front. You can pay me a flat fee. You don't have to give me a percentage. But maybe so the last time I worked on, what the producer did on that one was she just ended up paying everyone as a line item on certain shoot days. Or like we shot for like 3 or 4 days. So she just broke down like, even if you were volunteering your time, no one actually ever became a volunteer. She was like, here's, $250 a day for these days, just for helping type thing. So even if it's someone doing something like that, that'll add up because there are people that need your help. And you could give your advice accordingly or even show up on set and do more accordingly.
Yeah. Consulting, advisor.
Yeah. And in your instance, as a consulting producer, actual producer, location, whatever you're gonna do, you're so valuable because you know so many people, and the people that you know are good people. It's not like you just know people and they don't know you back. The people that he know, they know him back.
They pick up.
Right.
They call. They pick up.
They know you back. So if you're trying to make stuff happen, I think you can help a lot more people than you realize and make money. Okay. And now my wheels are turning.
I'm ready. Are you ready to represent me?
That's never even been an issue. No. When have you brought me something and I'm like, but you mean like actively?
Call my lawyer.
Okay.
Ayodele.
Because and maybe you know what, because it's like hard to flesh out on camera, but let's try it. Maybe what should be happening is we have a conversation about what you really want to do. Right. And then we can talk about how to monetize, because that's basically what my business is.
My dream job is finding a job where I can help people and get paid for it.
That's literally what I want to do as well.
I want to help people.
Yeah,
I love helping people.
A business incubator, so to speak.
Oh my gosh, it's hard to pay my cell phone. So I need to.
You gotta put a format around it, basically where it makes sense.
I'm over here starving.
Yeah. Yeah. And so with the business incubator that I started, Hue Innovative, I didn't even really promote it. I still haven't even created a logo. I started this business 2 years ago because what I decided to do was like, let me actually do some work first. So one of the first major projects was working on the comedy show of just like, let me take my ideas and implant it into this show and see where we can go. And there are so many things that I have written down that we did not get to execute because we lost the venue. Like we thought it was going to be temporary, but it never came back. And then life got real for everybody that was working on the show. Like all of us were moving at the same time in the middle of trying to run the show.
Right.
So when the venue was gone, it's like we got to look for apartments and look for a place to do the show. It was just like it was too much. And then it's literally been a year since our last show. So the host is already doing another show.
It was funny.
Other people.
The show was
good.
Funny.
I'm so glad you enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
It was called Laughing at Your Mama's House. It was. Were we in West Hollywood or Hollywood? I don't remember where we were.
It was Hollywood.
Hollywood. Okay.
And I'm so glad I get told.
They didn't really trip. Like you could park in the Ross parking lot or whatever. They didn't really bother anybody at a meter or wherever.
I learned by fire.
Well, yeah, LA is one of them cities you don't want to play.
No, you pay for parking. You pay for parking. That's it. You pay for parking.
Fill up that meter and check it twice. Read them street signs 3 times.
Or the shit gonna get towed or a ticket. The ticket's like $76. That's a nice dinner. You know what I'm saying? That's a nice dinner. Steak, sit down, garlic noodles.
Be on top of your shit.
$76.
Where did you go to college?
I went to San Francisco State University. Shout out to the Gators Film School.
Yeah. Talk to me about that. Like, how did you even know you wanted to work in film as a teenager?
Well, my high school friends reminded me that I used to tell them I wanted to work in film. So
really?
Yeah. My parents owned a 1-hour photo on Kershaw and Slauson called Kiss 1-Hour Photo way back in the 80s.
Okay.
I learned how to develop film by hand. Lars, I fell in love with taking pictures. So the next step was moving pictures, which is film. So San Francisco State has a great program, and I got accepted to other local schools. I was planning on staying in LA. Okay. But in 1992, the LA riots happened, and I was literally sitting out of my window in the jungles, also known as Baldwin Village, and the whole city was literally on fire. Literally, I was like, "Yeah, I'm out of here."
That's
gone.
That's such a crazy thing to actually go through, because I've been through the LA fires that happened January 7th, but that wasn't close to me. Like,
nah, I had to go. I was like, I gotta go. Yeah. I gotta survive. So, literally, the whole city was on fire. Literally, figuratively. I had enough. I had waves back in the day. I had enough pomade last me 3 years.
Okay, now.
You know what I'm saying? It was because the looting. So everybody had hair products, couches, alcohol, whatever you needed. You know what I'm saying?
They had it for the low.
For the low. It was dangerous. You know what I'm saying? So it was a 7-Eleven literally on Santa Rosalia and Coliseum. And they had a picture.
That intersection. Okay.
It's across the street from the fire station. It was literally on fire with a picture of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, like some Spike Lee scene. And she was burning, and it was literally on fire. I was like, yeah, it's just too dangerous here. I gotta go. So it's changed my life. I'm back.
You are living in LA.
I'm back because I'm back with traffic.
When you came to LA, how long did it take you to start working in as a locations manager? Like, what was your entry?
I was it's about who you know. So I did internships. I gave away my it's about who you know. It's about who you know.
It is.
So sure, I volunteered my time on a movie called Waist Deep. That was my first location. Hold on. Oh man, with DJ Pooh is a comedy. Well, Wayne Witherspoon, DJ Pooh. I worked on a movie with them, and I gave away my time.
But is DJ Pooh who got knocked the fuck out on Friday?
Yeah,
okay, I just want to make sure it's the same person.
He wrote it, and I worked for like a month for free, but they ended up hiring me. They're gonna give me paid.
Awesome.
And relationships I built that's still strong to today. So, and I can't believe I got what's the name of the movie? Oh my god. So yeah, you definitely gotta get on. You gotta give some free time.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta take a gamble on yourself to build a relationship so people can see you.
Yeah.
Like, okay, he showed up and he's not getting paid. We just feeding him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So a friend of mine who didn't do that route had, less connections, and he had to come to me 10 years later eating humble pie to try to get on for some projects. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely put in my dues. So yeah, coming from college, it was challenging. But what I did is did internships, made a lot of phone calls, bugged people.
Yeah, LA, you got to.
I had to bug people, and I got on.
You get like a minimum of 2 phone calls, a minimum of 2 emails, and it takes me about a month or so to know, like, okay, they're not answering, because I'm gonna follow up. And then I'm gonna follow up. If we were texting, I'm gonna follow up and follow up by a text. If we were emailing, I'm gonna follow up because you can't take anything personally. And I always understand that whoever I'm trying to reach, they're also trying to eat. Like, just because you're a writer making $5,000 a week, for how long? How long is the show?
Yeah.
And depending on your bills, because like we said, the whole industry has changed. Depending on your bills, you are fighting for your life trying to find the next show. So I always take that with a grain of salt. But
3 Strikes, that's the name of the movie. With DJ
good. You remember? Okay.
Yes, 3 Strikes.
So, okay, so that was the first project. Okay.
Yeah. 3 Strikes was definitely a big project, and I got Wayne Witherspoon. I still know him to this day and work with him. And
is he related to John Witherspoon?
Maybe, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Maybe I get him on this show and ask him.
Okay.
But he's a first AD, and man, he took a chance on me, and we still work together.
Okay.
Yep. So I ended up hiring him on a independent project. I took him to Hawaii. I did my directing debut on this music video a million years ago.
Nice.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Not you had the slow motion, because I might as well be Hype Williams or Little X, because I swear to God, you should have never told me that. There are so many music videos that I want to do, but not for real. So I want it to look real, but I'm not taking myself seriously, if that makes sense.
Hey.
Because I feel like the 90s was so popping, and that was like a pivotal time. I was a teenager, and like it was slow motion. Hype Williams had all these different color schemes that he would play with. And
we shot on film.
Yeah,
okay. It's digital now. Even though the digital looks good, but it's just, it's watered down. I'm not saying there's no big budget music videos, because people are doing big budget music videos. But a lot of people not.
But I just mean like people put time and thought into their visuals. Like I'm thinking of the Noriega, oh no, there was like in a desert, and it was some kind of animal running through the sand, and I'm just like, right. Or I'm thinking of Biggie on a yacht with Diddy, the Been Around the World video, where they're just like, I'm just like, yeah.
How about Q-Tip and his videos? And you asked about music. We got to get back to music. One about passing down. I started to skip on you. Tribe Called Quest. My daughter, her name is Mecca. I sent her some Tribe Called Quest, some Outkast. I sent some Outkast to my nephew, my cousin Antonio. Okay. So man. So it's definitely sending those legacies down there.
I'm teaching her about music and film. So my daughter is definitely going to be a music snob and definitely going to be a film snob. Like if she comes in the house and I'm watching some crap, she'll be like, "Why are you watching this?" And I'm like, "I'm watching it, number one, because it exists, right? And it may be popular. Like it might have, I don't want to embarrass the people. There will be content creators that get 100K views per video.
Yeah, right.
And so I'm watching the video and she's just like, what is this crap? And I'm like, I'm watching it because they have 100K videos. Right. And it doesn't matter what I think. No. People are watching this over and over again. So I'm trying to see, is it the quality? Is it the storyline? Is it that there's just nothing else out there?
I know it's the formula.
Yeah.
Certain beats, certain cuts, and they moving the camera in and out. You know, I'm a film student. Right. I'm like, it's a formula to it. You know, and it's quick cuts and moving and it just keep you just. My 9-year-old niece just drawn into it, and I feel like your daughter, like, what are you watching? She was just because. So long story short, like my daughter knows the Cosby Show. She knows Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. She knows Martin, top tier comedy, top tier acting, because they could act. Like yes, they were funny, but they could act. Yeah. And so when she comes in to see something on the TV, she's just like, what is this? And I'm like, honestly, what do we have to look at now? Mm-hmm. Respectfully. Like, we had so much content that, like, the Jamie Foxx show, it was not the most popular show. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, ooh, I think she's coming in. Yeah. Funny that we're talking about her. But, like, we had access to all of this information that I think set a different standard. Yeah. A different world is a standard. Mm-hmm. So she's used to people being able to act. She's used to certain storylines. And I think people think, like, oh, the young people like the cookie cutter, whatever. But it's like, no, like, for example, a show that I will talk about is All American. The last season of All American almost looks like it was written by AI or people that were not in the writer's room at the beginning. And I don't think certain studios are used to the audience being intelligent enough to know or care that or they don't care that we're intelligent. They just don't care. Because I feel like for a show to be in its 7th season, and for you to be writing out the story in a certain way or the dialogue a certain way, and I'm just like, this is not how they talk. This is not how they act. And I'm just a consumer. Right. The writers should know what's going on. So I don't know if it's arrogance of them just like, they're going to watch the show anyway because, you know, they're fans of the show. I don't think some of the other shows did that. I mean, there were issues of like Fresh Prince, they changed the mom, and, you know, some stuff happened, but I feel like when a standard was set, a standard was set. Yeah, I mean, artificial intelligence was a thing back then. Mm-hmm. You know, just more microwave TV now. I think. No, let me take that back. There's some good shows. It's still some good shows. So, what are some of your favorite shows now? Sylvester Stallone has a show. Hold on. It's in Oklahoma. A show? I didn't even know he did any TV at all. I drove through there. Oh my God. Anyway, he's a mob figure that got out of jail. They send him to Tulsa. The Tulsa King. I love that show. Is it on like Amazon Prime or something? They got the box at my job. So okay. So Tulsa King. What else I like? Hold on, I just watched something. Oh man. Tulsa King. Fallout was good. That show was good, but it got creepy because first of all, I didn't know it was based in LA. So like it was getting creepy, and then the fire started. I was reading Parable of the Sower. I need to have the book in front of me. So Octavia Butler. And I was trying to watch Fallout, and the fire started in LA, and I was just like, I cannot finish Fallout. I cannot finish this book. Scared yourself. Listen, because Octavia Butler was talking about fires in LA and how that changed LA. Yeah. And then that show, Fallout, I don't even remember what happened, but it involved fires messing up the city. Nuclear. Thank you. Yeah, an explosion. I'm watching Running Point. It's funny. Okay. Even if I didn't work on it, it's still funny. What else? I watched Craven the Hunter. Oh, I haven't watched that yet. We saw the ad for that looked good, but I saw the reviews and they were roasted. They were flaming it. I wasn't even gonna watch it, but I watched it. It was entertaining. It was good, and I think it's good for the ladies. I'm like, dude got his abs out all down here. Duly noted. Yeah, got his abs out. I was like, oh, this is for the ladies right here. So it was good though. It was good.
Speaking of for the ladies, the last film that made me say that was the movie Taken. That movie had Chris Brown, Michael Ealy, T.I., Idris Elba, two white guys that are cute, but I don't remember their name. One was from Fast and Furious. The guy from Fast and Furious that passed away. I don't remember his name. Paul, maybe. Don't get me. I don't know. It was full of fine menses, and I was like, God damn, we don't even care about the plot. Like you said, I don't even care. Like that's how that movie was sold. Because as I rewatched it, I remember looking at it like, what part of the movie makes Chris Brown being a ninja legit? Like he was scaling walls and doing all kind of shit. But I was like, okay, they got a bunch of fine people in the movie. We don't care. We're here. We're just watching. But when I was looking at it again, I was just like, okay, y'all did too much. But the Miz was fine though, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, check out Craven. It was entertainment.
Okay.
Definitely, I was watching something else too.
I don't really have shows. So once again, because I introduced my daughter to the standard. Oh yeah, sports, of course. She loves sports. But because I introduced my daughter to the standard, A Different World, Martin, Cosby Show, Girlfriends. She hasn't watched Insecure, but eventually I'll put her on Insecure. Because I'm just like, this is what I'm talking about being entertained. Yeah. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah. So I don't feel like we have a lot of that, whether it's on YouTube or on TV or even really in films. Because think about it, in the 90s, Best Man, in the 80s, Coming to America, like we had these huge, iconic, classic films where we were still in the minority of what was being produced. Boomerang, like I just remember being a 90s child and like there was just so many iconic things. The sayings, like the jokes from the movie, what was going on in the movie, House Party, like we just had movies that were like classic, iconic.
I would like to go to the club right now, just be like a fly on the wall. See how they dance.
People don't dance no more. Like Goody Mob say, they don't dance no more. Everybody recording.
I think they be dancing.
If you want to see people dancing, you got to go to the Afrobeat club. I feel like let me not say this because I'm not really like at a hip hop club like that. And the fact that I'm saying hip hop, I sound like an auntie. I know. Okay, but
you are.
I am full auntie mode, full MILF. Okay, if the music too loud, I'm like, y'all, it's too much noise. I need a vibe. That's why I joke. I'm like, when I start doing events and y'all come out, it's gonna be Sir, it's gonna be HER, it's gonna be Kaylani. Y'all gonna go home and want to fuck. Y'all not finna be mad. Ain't nobody gonna be fighting, shooting when y'all come out to my stuff. Y'all gonna leave good. You gonna drink a little bit, smoke a little bit, and you gonna enjoy going home and have some fun. You gonna be whoever you came with. You gonna be rubbing on their leg. Because that's the energy I'm on, okay? Because we got real bills over here. I'm not finna... You know what was funny? As I say that, me and my daughter, I watched ATL with her.
I like that movie.
Because I was telling her, I was like, you don't even know about my Southern life, my ATL life. Right. And so the whole movie, I'm like singing all these songs that she's never heard me play. Because I'm not riding around in the car blasting Ludacris or T.I. And she's laughing because she's like, you don't know that song. I'm like, okay, KK, what you mean? Right. There's a Slim Thug song with Pharrell, like, oh, you heard of that? Like, if you want to move, then move type thing. She's like, you know all these songs? I'm like, yeah, I do.
Dancing.
But we was partying back in those days. Like, you was like, you was dancing for real. I don't know if we really doing that.
Like I said, I want to be a fly on the wall because I've seen the TikToks and all that stuff, and
that's true.
They be doing
that's true.
They be doing it, but do they do it in the club?
Right, for real.
Right, and then like, how do the guys, the girls navigate? Like, hey, you want to?
Yeah, I don't think people are getting down like house party. I don't know what you came to do, and the girls against the guys, and like I don't think we doing that.
I don't think so.
And that was everything. Like I'm even thinking of the trash movie Save the Last Dance. They were still battle dancing and even movies like that in the early 2000s. So yeah, I don't know what's going on now. But I say all that to say that like now, when it comes to good content and just stuff that I can enjoy my daughter with, unfortunately, it's more reality TV than like actual content. And I don't like that for her or for me, because we should be able to get lost in a show or have like memories of a family show
Right.
And we don't have that.
I guess reality TV show is my least favorite, even though I work on everything. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna take that back. It depends on what it is. You know what I'm saying? But if it's ratchet TV or this, what's a gossip, not my favorite.
Yeah. Our guilty pleasure is 90 Day. I ain't gonna hold you. Anybody that sees me watching 90 Day is like, these people are crazy. I'm interested.
What's 90 Day?
So it's about everyone applying for a K-1 visa. American citizens applying for K-1 visas for their foreign people that they're dating. Right. And when I tell you that the stories are unhinged, they're unhinged. Okay. Like this season, there's a throuple trying to bring someone from Mexico, and you're just looking at everybody like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Respectfully.
They're about to get throuple.
And they're so in love, and I think the episode that we're on, they don't even know the lady's name. Like, this is how unhinged people are. You're willing to bring someone over from a foreign country, and you don't even know her real name. Like, you're finding out after you've already booked your tickets to go meet her and propose that you don't know her real name.
Yeah, what's wrong with this?
So it's but it's still, once again, it's still entertaining because it's like this is their real life, and I don't think you fake this stuff because it costs money to fly people over. Right. It costs money to apply for the citizenship. Like they spending money.
I would never watch that shit.
Oh, you're not missing anything, but we live for it. I would, yeah. But once again, I feel like if it was the 90s, that wouldn't even be a thing because we would be watching Fresh Prince. We would be watching,
I might watch it, but nah, I'm not turning to it.
But yeah, I mean, you're not, like, once again, we're talking about actual family entertaining and bonding. Like, what show could you watch with your daughter right now? Especially that's black. I like to start with the black shows.
Good question.
And see, once again, if it was the 90s, we could go 10 shows. Martin, A Different World, Cosby, Jamie Foxx Show, One on One, Half and Half. Like, we could just start naming shows that they may not have all been on TV at the same time, but like, there's so many shows that were on TV. My Wife and Kids.
Yeah.
The Bernie Mac Show.
Different values now.
Yeah. But my point is, you're like, my child and I could sit down and watch something that was current, that was also supposed to be entertaining.
Right. Let me ask you a question. Did you watch that movie, One of Those Days?
I did.
Okay. That's the movie that my daughter wanted to watch, but we didn't get a chance to watch it together. So I would have went with her to watch it. So, but how was it? I don't know. Oh. Okay.
I'll let y'all watch it and you can tell me your thoughts.
Answer.
Because I love Black Women's, so I'll just say that. I'll say go watch the movie.
Go watch it. Okay.
But if I could be honest, if I could be honest, I will say this. If I'm just being objectively, as much as I love Issa, as much as I love everybody that's at the movie, it just was not. So let's backtrack. Once again, Friday is my that's my. You could throw it on. We're gonna laugh now. I put it on my daughter. She's gonna laugh.
Right. Today, right now.
You literally,
we
30 years ago, and we still gonna laugh.
We gonna laugh. Right.
I didn't feel that energy. So I didn't feel like, oh my gosh, in 30 years I'm gonna go back and watch this, and we're gonna like have a memory. So I can say that objectively. Objectively, I can also say that like Issa makes me laugh all the time. Kiki makes me laugh all the time.
Okay.
But as far as the movie, there was not that connection there.
Got it.
Which is weird because once again, Issa has been making us laugh from the internet to HBO. So Kiki makes us laugh when she's not even trying. Like she's literally on her podcast on the internet. She makes us laugh.
Who wrote it?
I think Cyrilla Singleton wrote it. But I because I am outside of the official Hollywood system, the most problematic thing for me outside of the energy in terms of just like laughing, there's a scene with like the bad guy. And the way the bad guy was written was so stereotypically, it just was not giving in terms of like what I know and expect from Issa as a producer. I don't know Sarita Singleton. I'm assuming she's going to be related to John Singleton. And so just like the quality of work and what they're known for, I just feel like they don't have to try hard to come up with characters. And it was almost giving like studio executives were like, no, here are our notes. Here are our notes. That's what, and that's that. I'm trying to give them an out because I just feel like I cannot believe that that's what was produced. Now, because I love Black Women's Is and would love to work with Black Women's Is, part of me doesn't want to be truthful, but like, you know, it's MILF Ministry. Like, you can't be scared to be honest. But yeah, like it's definitely a situation where I just feel like they weren't allowed to be themselves. If I could just be transparent. Because to me, it's like they could have just let Kiki improv and I probably would have laughed more.
Okay. I think it's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix. Definitely check it out.
Yeah.
But I'll put it to you like this. So like me and my daughter watch stuff together all the time. And I like taking her to the movies, which I want to ask you about after I answer this. But like, I kept looking for like that ha 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 or like, oh my God, because I want to see like, okay, I know how I felt, and she's 15. I want to see how she reacted. And it was kind of the same thing. She was like, I enjoyed it though. She was like, it's lit. I enjoyed it. So I was like, good.
Okay.
Good. So that's why I was like, you guys watch it and see for yourself. But once again, if you're comparing it to like the quality work that you know that you've seen from this person versus what was in the movie theater, I wouldn't even put my name on it. That's